Okay, as Ruby 1 lingers in the mist, I'm over here in the Dagobah system behind Pine Grove Cemetery in Warren, Mass. As we continue our trail of the Masonic element and also talk of Molly Bish. That is, we're going to get into a little moon symbology or numerology, you could say. I have two calendars here today. We're going to continue where we left off. And I'd like to thank all my followers, all the people that believe in me, all the good truther channels, John Levi, Michelle Gibson, Mind Unveiled. I'd even like to thank Sierra Farrell because she's a beautiful artist in today's day. And in this world, people making that kind of beautiful music have to be admired. There's so many people to thank. I met a friend, Dave, today, a follower of Christ, just as I. Hello, and welcome back to Ruby 1, the Indiana Jones of rap. Check this out, my focus. This might be the last time you see it. Now over here was where we left off, and we're in the lower corner of the Pine Grove Cemetery in Warren, Mass. And right down there in that little nook is where Molly Bish was abducted and carried through this old mound fest that I believe was originally a mound builder's mound that these guys put their grave over. That's my theory. But here we are as we start out with a Freemason. Augustus A. Wilder. AE 58, that's a secret society number, 28, 1870. We gotta move quick in this too. The bugs are hungry. Hear that? Can you hear him? Bastard. He's on me. I didn't notice this last time. Let's take a look at it. Patrick. Alright, so I got my tea here. Let's try to drink my tea quick at the same time as we linger through here. I want to get to this obelisk. That looks like at least a 10-footer. Alright, before we get into that, we're deep in the corner here. Here's last year's calendar. Now last year, the 27th landed on a Tuesday, just like the week when Molly was abducted. And it rotates through because if you look, this year's calendar, the 27th is on a Thursday. So within 1 year, it moves 2 days. But last year, I don't have a picture of it, but this is my God's honest word. While I was driving around the first day of summer, because today's the first day of summer, as I was saying. I think I said spring by mistake in one of my videos, but today's the first day of summer. And see that moon drawing? That's exactly what I seen. See that star? Now, when it was the Tuesday hits on the 27th, I seen that star and moon all night. And at first I thought it was a plane, a little star that I see on the left under the 21. Now this is just a drawing of what I see. And the whole ride home, I seen that. And when I got home, you know, you unwind, you do your things. I came out where my house is, you couldn't see the moon, so I couldn't get the picture. I apologize. But does that star and moon come tonight or tomorrow? No, this year, the summer solstice is on the 20th. Last year it was on the 21st. Could that be part of the ritual at the beginning of the astrological cycle? I mean, that would make sense. And if the 27th is a cycle of so many years, which we'll figure out soon as we're following it tightly more, we're gonna find out if that star and moon come back and if that is something to do with it. The Molly Bish abduction, as I believe she was part of a ritual. No one's gonna tell me otherwise. I got Jesus in my heart and I got my weapons now. David Kimball, let's see. Charlotte, that's my mother's middle name. And it sounds like a witch's name too. Not against my mom, but I'm just saying. Pretty good size. That base is about 3 feet wide. It might not look it in the picture, but and that's definitely close to 10 feet. Duncan height. If you ever played basketball before. All right, so this one's tough to see. The kids are usually in the back. Now, the lighting is very dim. We're at dusk over here. It's got to be 7:30ish in Massachusetts right now. We're in New England. 1885, 1842. I see right there. The 18-year-old son of David and Charlotte Kimball died. 18, and here's the 4 graves. All right, so we've done this whole sector, and over there is, I believe, where they have the, it's like a sand pit. If you go over there, there's like dry sand. It's like beach sand. They must use it for the graves and whatnot. And one of the grave diggers was actually questioned. I believe the lie detector was within this. I knew somebody who did pressure washing on the Bish's grandparents' house who was questioned. He has a record too, but here's more of those handshakes. Oh yeah, look at that. Don't try to say that's a marriage. That's, see the thumb specifically in a certain spot? Tell me that's not a Mason's handshake. Does that say Bined? Oh, what does that say? Bined versus Biden? You tell me, people, you think that's a Mason's handshake? See the thumb? Man, scroll work. It's cool seeing stuff you've never seen. The mosquitoes are crazy, the mosquitoes. Look at the mound action. Remember we were up there the last time? Now that's west. See where the light's hitting the clouds? And that's where all the obelisks are going down in a row in the old graveyard over there on the left. Because it's, you know, this is at least my 12th video on this graveyard. Now we're looking up instead of looking down. And we gotta look all around because the research I'm doing is dangerous. And let me get my notebook because I don't want to be creeped out if I come back and it's gone. So let's take it in my calendars. Combies, some chamomile tea. Let's leave that there and trade it for the calendars. Now the numerology aspect will always be in this case, even after the Masonic Lodge has been taken away with the bank there on the Ramsden Dell Mud Flood building across from the town hall in Warren, Mass. I want to know every nook and cranny of this place. Now as a kid, if you grew up in my neighborhood, we were like mini ranger ninjas climbing through the woods. We got new sneakers. I came home that night for ruining them. Whipped my ass. That was belt days. They just spent money on Nikes. I went in the woods playing ninja. going through swamp pits. All right, so Hathaway, George Hathaway, I love you, man. It's the last thing I said to you. Hope you're on the other side. That's not your grave, but a good friend of mine who passed away a few years ago from diabetes. George Hathaway, a black man who tracked his name to slave names. I love you, man. Look at that. Leech. That's creepy. 1910-ish. 1850s. 1859, that's when the lodge was commissioned. We'll go back up and around. This thing is huge. The more you research it, the more it is. Would be a good little puff nook back in the high school days, you know. All right. Zilfat, 1908. I'm just curious as to some of the names. Whitestone, good angle here. At least almost a 45. Frank Warren, 1851. Hold on here. Let's get these looking keys ready if I need them. All right, continuation here. Spiller, Eliza Thayer, Samuel Spiller. Why is her name? Usually it's like the whole grave with the wife's name. Maybe he died first. I can't stay here too quick. The mosquitos are up my shit. Strange moss there. And it's definitely the first day of summer in Massachusetts. It's like 90. I can handle it. I love the heat. I love the cold too. I have like a great adaptation of both seasons. It's a special gift because of my 4 nationalities, I believe. Look how the red blended in over time. "18 years old. Now, my goal is to do a reenaction, and I might have mentioned it in another video, of this whole Molly Bishop abduction, and I'm going to try to play it out in the same time span and see if it's even possible. I'm going to use something that probably has her weight and try to carry it up the hill within that time span. Let's see if it's a feasible theory, the whole thing they laid down. Now, the way I look at it is it's 2024, and she was abducted in 2000, 627, equaling 33, the highest degree of the Masons. It's been 24 years. I'm here researching it now. Do I see one other person here other than the GOD? I hear music. Is that the pine trail right there? I think it's one tier over. We're close. That might be it right there. No, because we'd see those barricades. How come I don't see the barricades? That's how big this thing is. You think you know it all, there's like another tier. It might be one tier up. There's a river down there, I see it in the distance. That's creepy. I'll go up this way a little. Man, closer you get to the swamp. Oh, the Holy Ghost. This I like. With the Bible. Looks like grapes, maybe oak leaves. That is nice. That I like. That I really like. What's up, Mr. Reynolds? John Reynolds, 1858, 1827. Killed in action, Germany. Thank you, bud. Had a nice tree there they cut down. Another one. Man, these guys are trying to get me hard. These mosquitoes. Leviathan style leaves almost. Excuse me. John Kimmel. Kidding me? That's an elitist name, no doubt now. Look at that. I never would have thought I'd seen that name in Massachusetts. Like a talk show host. Punk ass. Wow. 1901 to 2001. 100 years. You see that? Olga. Props to you, girl. That's nuts. We're all. Look at that. Garden. Amazing. Look at that. Man, I'm creeped. There's gonna be one or two more videos. Man, I can't even explain how many videos this is gonna be. We're 17 minutes in. I'm gonna go right up to that scariest one, right up there. Houghton. There's one on the left there too, man. Why did they put them way in the corner like that? There's a bath here too. See it? What's that mean? 7/3, 320. Never seen that before. There's one for you. This place, man, what a hiding spot. Charles S. Thompson, his wife Lillian Pepper, children of George Thompson. Looks like it's gonna storm. Thank all my subscribers. The next video will continue over here. See you soon, Rogue One. I'm out.